Thanks!
Hey everybody, it's Morgan coming to you live from the Highland Cycle Studio for the Gospel of Two Wheels number 51, where we're going to talk about Sargents, Colorado, and how truly awesome that place is to ride. Also, we'll touch on a little bit of the Kenda Tire review. Sargents, Colorado is a town. The size, I think, permanent population, Jeremy said, is 14 or 19 people. It's about a half hour east of Gunnison, right at the base of Monarch Pass. And really all it is, if you're driving through, is a Tamichi Creek trading post owned by Jan. Thank you, Jan, for being awesome. And it's got gas and a little restaurant and a bar and some groceries and stuff like that. And then there's a few houses scattered around the back. So it's not much of a thing, but it is a phenomenal place to start your big high mountain rides in Colorado. Partially because, so is Taylor Park, so is Crested Butte, CB South, Gunnison, all that. Sargents is just kind of cool. It's a little bit different zone as far as just the place. Jan has a phenomenal campground with cabins and things like that. Schoening has the single track shack, which is a great Airbnb there that you can rent and ride out of. It's cool because you can ride right out of town. Again, it's not much of a town, but you can ride right out of where you're parked up to phenomenal trails without having to do anything. Like, you don't have to have license plates or anything like that. Brady says we can talk about Aleph now. He doesn't come around, or yeah, stupid girlfriend. Schoening says we need rain. Absolutely. Nick Lawson, I did not clean Quartz Creek. If you watch my video, I clearly didn't. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. Jan is the man. Watching Coffeyville, Kansas. Yeah, Sam Key, good to see you back, man. In the rain. We need your rain out here, please. Jeremy, I mentioned the single track shack. Perfect Town. Jan's awesome. Did you check out the cabins on Marshall? No, I did not. Eric Cancer says Jan does a great job. Yeah. So, like, kind of the two options for staying in Sargents, like in town, are Jan's place, Tamichi Creek Trading Post, and they have campsites with hookups or cabins. The other place to stay, in my opinion, is Jeremy Schoening's Single Track Shack, which, like I mentioned, is an Airbnb. Jeremy can chime in here if he wants, but I don't know how many bedrooms and all that, but it's got a really nice big shop / garage to work on bikes and store bikes. It's got a dog run that works really great for my little puppy when my boys and I rode up there. So it's an awesome Airbnb if that's more your style. If you want to be more in like the midst of the happenings, then Jan's place is great. And then the other side, the place I like to stay, because I like to be camping and out of town, is up the Marshall Pass Road, and then up the road towards the uranium mine. There's a couple really, not a couple, there's a whole bunch of really, really great campsites up there. Just dispersed camping. It's free. It's on the forest. It is amazing. We had like 8 campers up there on Friday and Saturday night, and it didn't feel crowded. It was awesome in the spot that we were. I'll put a link in the description on this on YouTube. If you guys are watching, I'll put a pin drop for where that is. It's a really great place to camp. Also, if you want to shoot me a message at morgan@highland-cycles.com, I'll get you a link or a pin drop to that place. It's a really great place. But again, if you want to stay in town and have a little more convenience, Single Track Shack or Tamichi Creek Trading Post is the way to go. There you go. Brady Metter says single track sleeps 6 to 8. And he says it's badass, which it is. Absolutely. Roy Moline, I saw him up in Sargents. That was awesome. Todd York says, or 3 or 4 people Brady saw. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Yeah, the camping up off of Marshall Pass is epic, as Jeremy said. I honestly don't know if I've stayed anywhere quite as wonderful as that camping, other than backpacking into the middle of nowhere. And I've done that lots. But as far as a place to camp with a camper and dirt bikes, it is so good. Oh, so Matt Andres, I usually stay on the other side of Marshall down by Poncha Creek. Right on. Sweet. I mean, it's huge back in there. There's a ton of places to stay. The nice thing about where we were, it's easy to get a relatively big camper in. The road kind of down into this little valley is a little bit steep and rocky, but my van with my little pop-up made it no problem, and lots of other things. Brady says he can't help that he's a normal-sized guy. All you little people run the world. Brady is a full-sized human, that's for sure. He's not party-sized. So Sargents is this awesome place. And let me plug Montrose real fast again, because if you're looking for a lot of convenience, Montrose has all of it. You know, Walmart, Target, grocery stores, all the things. Right? So it's Montrose has a ton of convenience, a nice big hospital. So does Gunnison, but Montrose is even bigger, has a few more things going on. Hey, Thomas, lean in here. Hi. This is my son Thomas. It's his birthday. Woohoo! 13 years old. Everybody's already saying happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, right on, Roy. So for Montrose, it's about an hour and a half, hour 45 to Sargents, like to town. So as you've seen, if you've watched our YouTube video of the Soldier Stone with my kids, we got up in the morning, went over there, rode, and came back by dinner time. It's, phenomenal. So, but if you want to stay right there, it's awesome. You guys are ridiculous. And Montrose has Highland. Thanks, Jeremy. Montrose has Highland Cycles that we can definitely help out. Eric Cansier says Montrose is way bigger than he thought. It is. It's about 20,000 people in town, and it's awesome. I mean, I love Montrose. But while I love Montrose, I absolutely adore being in the mountains where there is no cell service, none of this. I mean, you guys know I love all this, right? I love the internet and the Facebooks and the YouTubes and all that stuff, but I also like to cut that off, recharge. In town, Sargents, no cell service, right? So both Tamichi Creek and the Single Track Shack have Wi-Fi, so if you need to check your emails or whatever for work, that's great. The beauty of camping at Marshall Pass area is you don't have that option. Period. Zero. It's off the grid. Nothing, and it is glorious, man. I mean, absolutely. You just focus on red and dirt bikes. Roger Hurd, absolutely. Gunning has that crazy redhead. Matt Simpson, what's happening, man? I was hoping you were going to swing by and say hi. I'm sure you're busy. So let's talk about Sargents. Let's just talk about what we did. We should do that sometime, Jeremy. I think your Wi-Fi is fast enough. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, kids out the door. Fair enough. So we camped out Friday night. There's a whole pile of people, and we're all connected in some way. Everybody knew someone who knew someone else, at least. It was awesome. I think 8 campers, tons of people, dogs, girlfriends, wives. Is awesome. So Saturday morning we got up, and a group of 6 of us, I think, I don't know, headed up, crossed the highway, went up, rode Quakey, got onto Canyon, and then we turned and went up Horseshoe. We've all talked about, I don't know if we've all talked about Horseshoe here, but we talked about Horseshoe here before on the Facebooks and things like that. Eric Cancier's ridden it. It's legitimate. So Horseshoe Trail is hard, okay? I know someone's going to chime in and say, oh, it's not that bad. Nothing on Horseshoe is that bad individually. No point is super gnarly, but the whole thing is hard. And part of that is because so many people have been up it, spinning their tires, that there's not much dirt left in the trail, and so there's just rocks and roots and logs. So it's just a jumble of stuff, and it's wet this year, which is awesome in sections. And it's hard. It's relentless. It just keeps going. It's about 5 miles long. Correct me if I'm wrong. Jeremy says his horseshoe is brutal this year. Yeah, absolutely. I've ridden it before when it wasn't this bad, but it was pretty bad this year. And if you're like intermediate or below level rider, it's going to be a struggle. Again, not because any individual obstacle's that hard, but it's just relentless. It just never stops. And then it also starts at 9,500 feet and goes to 12,000 feet. So it's like, or 12,500 or whatever. It's, you know, if you're from the flatlands, it beats on you. The washout section on the switchback. Yeah, dude, Roy, that thing is gnarly right now. It's crazy. Wade says, first time up horseshoe, thought I would pass out. Fair enough. So Jeremy says the run up. Yeah, it's legit, man. Like, if you've made it up horseshoe, hat off. I'm like, awesome. We got our whole crew up it. It was awesome. No real issues. Everybody rode just brilliantly. Ran into Megan Booker up there, which is hilarious because she came up behind us and was like, we were waiting for some people. Actually, we had two people not make it, but one of them was on an 85 Suzuki, so it was never going to happen. But he made it way farther than any of us thought. But Megan came up, and she's riding by herself. And this woman riding up horseshoe, and everybody's like, wow. And that's the kind of people you get in Colorado, is tough, stinking women. She's like Anna and Nicole and all those. Hey, Torben, what's happening? And Jeremy, they did close the Dairy Queen at the top. My kids were super bummed about that. So, up horseshoe, the view on top is amazing. If you've been watching our stuff here on Facebook, you've seen some pictures from up there. Keep watching. It's amazing, whatever. It's phenomenal. So on the top of horseshoe, we rode down Quartz, South Quartz Trail is what it's called. Down Quartz, turned around at the 2-track and came back up Quartz. I was asked if I cleaned it. I did not. Actually, I had a really good run up the first half or 3/4 of it, and like was feeling really good. And then I completely botched the kind of crux at the top. I say botched. I just whatever. I didn't clean it. I rode it. That's going to be in our video. So by the way, all these trails are going to be in the videos that are coming with the Kenda Tire review. So another plug for a YouTube channel. Go there, check it out. It's youtube.com/Highland Cycles. Those videos are coming. Actually, I should hopefully have this second one done today and up this morning, I hope. So that's the goal. Lane Smith, were you talking about camping on Indian Creek that leads to Lime Agate? No, I was. No, I'm talking about oh, dude, that's so. Hold on. No, I'm talking about camping up Marshall Pass Road. And then there's this road that goes up to the mine, the old uranium mine that's closed now, and off of that. Matt Simpson saw 2 guys from Romania on DRZs halfway up. They had huge smiles. That's awesome. And yes, Roger, your sister is a badass too. Jeremy, there we go. Wade, yeah, starts off all innocent looking too. Look how pretty the trail is. For sure. It's it's so true. It's so good. Matt Saylor, is there a place to find trail maps for someone visiting Colorado? Yes, Matt. Talk to Highland Cycles. We can hook you up. We have the maps for over here in stock, ready to go. I also know all the good maps for over that way. Also, quick plug for Avenza Maps. The app is free. I do sell maps on there for the Montrose area, but the Trails Illustrated maps of the area over in Sargents are phenomenal. They're kind of expensive, but they're really, really, really good and really accurate. So, Emily Raffaele, how's it going? Download the Cotrex. Yeah, there you go, Jeremy. The Cotrex app is awesome. I can say that the Cotrex app is, it's one of the best out there. One problem with it is that not all the trails are on there yet. They're working really hard to get them on there, but there's a whole bunch of blank sections of the state. So if you download that app, check it out first before you get there. The Agate Creek is phenomenal. So yeah, we rode down Quartz, up Quartz, came back across. That's where I ran into Roy Moline. And your buddy from California, I cannot remember his name, who I met, who's super awesome too. Tell him hi for me. So up to the top of Canyon, we rode down Canyon. Canyon is like one of the more flowy pieces of trail in the whole Sargents area. It's really fun to come down. And anyway, rode down Canyon, back to the road, and then back. One of our buddies, Kenny Clamper, had dislocated like 4 ribs or something like that, which was awesome. He did that on Quakey, like the easy section. But anyway, gave him a hard time. So yeah, rode back to camp, had dinner. It was awesome. Yeah, antelope burgers at Sargents, Wade says, for sure. Wrong show. Are you to Shane? So yeah, I have not used the hybrid tire from Tusk yet. I'm planning on testing that. That's coming. But yeah, we're talking more about Sargents right now, Shane. So next day, Sunday, we got up, went and talked to Jeremy at the Single Track Shack and his buddies that were there. Saw Bryce Davis there, which was awesome. Bryce, if you're watching, hi. And then we went and did a loop over on the Sargent side. So went up, ended up on Tank 7 and some other stuff over there. Had a blast. Ended up at Continental Divide. Went over, saw the Soldier Stone again, which is super, super cool. And just did some really cool stuff. I don't know all the names of everything over there. It was awesome, though. And that's the thing about Sargents. It's kind of like there's 2 areas. One's on the north side of the highway going up towards Taylor, and because you can get all the way to Taylor Park and all that. And that's where Horseshoe and Courts and all that are. The other side is you can go up to the Continental Divide. There's Tank 7, Big Bend. Oh, yeah, we rode Big Bend. Dude, freaking Big Bend is gnarly. It's not hard. Like, it's never hard, but, man, that is one rough, stinking piece of single track right now. But, yeah, it's just 3 of us that day, and we charged up that thing, and it was, man, that was, yeah. That thing is gnarly this year. Again, not gnarly hard, like you're not going to make it, but just rough. Just there's no dirt in the trail. So yeah, we rode up there, did all that, came back down, had another awesome night in the in camp at Marshall, and then we did something I haven't ever done, which was super, super fun. We rode from camp, basically straight uphill, and got onto what was it? Not straight. Anyway, we rode over. We took the Baldy Lake Trail, and Jeremy had mentioned that maybe it would be cool. Yeah, Big Bend, so gnarly, Jeremy. How long do y'all locals think Sargent will be open until before the snow starts? Need 4 days to get away. Hard to get away. Wade, you really never know, but I would count on at least until the beginning of October. You never know. You can always get an early snowstorm, but our death march is in just a few weeks, September 14th, and I've never had snow on that day. Other people chime in, let me know what you think. Until October for sure. There we go. And like definitely, I mean, into the middle of October, it just gets really cold at night if you're camping. But like the riding actually is sometimes the absolute best in that late September, early October. The weather is usually pretty stable, and it doesn't rain in the afternoons, and it doesn't have the monsoon thing going on, and then it's just like beautiful, leaves changing, all that stuff. Yes, you do need to meet Javier there. No, Eric, they don't do the closure for hunting. Larry Beaver, what's happening, Beav? So they don't do the closing stuff up there. It's not like down here on the plateau. Like, honestly, the south end of the Uncompahgre Plateau is like the only place that they close for. Well, it's not the only place, but it's the only silly place like that where they close super early. But yeah, we rode up to Baldy Lake, and that, if you haven't been there, it's amazing. That's a cover photo on our Facebook page right now, and it's like, yeah, it's amazing. So Baldy Lake is awesome. Then we rode up to the Continental Divide, and we turned right and went over towards Razor Creek, and lo and behold, there was smooth dirt in the Sargents area. I couldn't believe it. it was butter smooth, ripping dirt going that way over towards Razor Creek, and it was so good. Christian Mills, what's happening? It was so much fun riding that section of the Continental Divide Trail over. Then we dropped into Razor Creek. That's beautiful. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Down bottom of that is gnarly. There's a gnarly section at the bottom of Razor Creek. Rode out, down. Unfortunately, one of our guys that was with us that day smacked his foot really hard on a rock, so we didn't get to finish the loop back up left hand and Dutchman and all that because his foot was swelling. Unfortunately, Dave Bruceson, how's it going, man? We rode. We just rode the road back, but it was a beautiful day. Another 70 miles, super fun. Jeremy Schoening, Long Branch Enduro, I'm in. Is that a thing? Is that even possible? Is the Forest Service going to let that happen? Because I don't know. So that's our Sargents weekend. We had a phenomenal time. The Ibex tires, so just a quick touch on that. I'm sure some of you have seen the pictures and stuff like that. I'm not going to completely spill the beans. You guys are probably going to start talking about it now. But the grip in the rocks is second to none. Like, absolutely amazing grip in the rocks. Longevity, questionable. Go to work on that video actually right now after we shut this thing down and try to get the part 2 section, the riding section in. Super giant thank you to Kenda Tires for sending us those tires. That was really cool. Hey, Jeremy Schoening, trail work party on Razor Creek rock section in September. Yeah. We talked to Laura and Greg, and that's what they said, that they're probably going to do that, or they were thinking about fixing a culvert on Agate. I don't know if they've made that decision 100% yet, Jeremy. Maybe they have if you're talking about it. So Sargents Colorado, guys, if you like hard stuff, if you like high mountains, you got to go ride it. It's absolutely worth it. It's amazing. The Soldier Stone is a cool thing to see. If you have any kind of interest in military or veterans, it's phenomenal. Stay at the Single Track Shack, stay at the Tamichi Creek Trading Post, either place, or go camping, come down and have ice cream. That's what I do. You can tell by my body. Quick hip update. I'm making progress in making the plans. Looks like it's going to be New Hip November for Morgan. So we'll maybe do lots of live things. Good. They decided on Razor Creek. Good to hear. It needs it. It's gonna, that thing. Anyway. That thing's just gonna get more and more hammered if they don't fix something in there. Wade, yes, the Soldier Stone, very humbling, very cool place. It's just just a really special thing up there in the middle of nowhere. Any questions, guys? Any other questions about, Sargents? First of all, riding around here, gear, whatever. Let me know what you want to talk about in the comments right now for the 52nd show, the 1-year show, the end of season 1 of the Gospel of Two Wheels. You guys make a thing. Yes, ice cream is good, absolutely. Roger goes in for a new battery, right? Is that in your brain, Roger? Eric Cancer, did you try the new riding vest? No, but that's actually really good. Thank you for the segue, Eric. So yesterday, I talked to the guys at Wolf Enduro, and they are sending me a demo vest to try and do a big test on. So the Wolf Enduro Answer Racing vest is on its way to Colorado right now. We have them in stock at the shop, but they were super cool enough to send me one. I don't think I get to keep it. I think I just get to demo it, which is awesome. But I'm going to demo that thing on our Death March, so it's a perfect time to test something like that. I'm very excited about that. Jim Wells, my hair is not cut. And if you're just saying that because it looks terrible, don't worry. I don't ever do anything. Palisade Peach Shakes, yes. Hey, Cammie Newman, how's it going? Wolf Enduro vest coming. That's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys, if you want to make sure you see the full test on the Ibexes. I got some great footage and some really strong opinions about those tires. So stay tuned for that. Death March dates. Thank you, Jeremy Schoening. Bryce Davis, I saw you this weekend. Death March, September 14th. That's my 44th birthday, and it is a Saturday this year because everybody whines and complains it's on a Sunday, and they get all sad because they got to go back to work on Monday. So I changed it up. It's on a Saturday this year. It's 250-ish miles of NAR. I am not personally ready for it, but I will be by the time it rolls around. But yeah, we're going to have a blast. Quick, let's see. Mickey Payne, what's happening? Okay, right on, Jim. I don't know. I haven't used the TerraFlex tires, Matt, and I don't know what people haven't been talking about those. Quick, I'm going to give you the Death March route in a very short version. I think I've done this before. Leave Hartman's, go up, ride Fossil, ride Gold Creek, down to the trading post, up to Tin Cup, ride all of Timberline, down, ride up Star, ride down Italian Connector, ride Flag Bear, out to Deadman's, out to Spring Creek. Gas there. Hopefully Eric Hahn's going to help us out with some of that, so I don't have to go stash it all. Anyway, back up Deadman's to the top of Reno Ridge, up as far as we can, down, up to Mount Tilton, over to Star Pass, down Double Top, down Walrod, up Deadman's, down Deadman's, back out to Spring Creek, up Rosebud, Roaring Judy, Jack's Cabin, over, up Taylor River to 1 mile, up and around, and back and down and all the way back home. So there we go. Guys, I got to get to work. I got to start doing some editing and get that video out and then go fix some motorcycles. Jesse Wilkes, massive thank you to Jesse and Zach for holding down the shop while I'm getting all this stuff done. I'm so happy to have a mechanic helping me out right now. That's a glorious thing. And Jesse is the man. Punk Rock Club, give us the rock and roll sign. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. It really means a lot to me. Again, share, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Tell your friends to follow this page. We're trying to hit 10,000 people on this Facebook page, which doesn't sound like a lot when you look at the celebrities, but that's giant, I think, for a tiny little shop in Montrose, Colorado. So, yeah, guys, I love you guys so much. Spread happiness, spread joy, spread the gospel of two wheels everywhere you go. And no matter what you do, guys, I really, really mean this. I want you to go ride your dirt bikes!